Hola from Lisbon, Portugal, one of my favorite cities and countries in the whole world. If you have not been here, I would highly recommend checking it out. This is actually my second time here and just as awestruck and amazed as the first time. I'm in front of Parque Eduardo, which we kind of got like a sweeping view of the city and of the Tagus River you can kind of see in the background there. So hope you enjoy this, and we'll go ahead and get started with our little twisting detox flow here. So that's going to be the theme of class. Of course, you can do this at any point in time, even if you're not in need of a detox. That's kind of just what we're going to be focusing on today. Let's go ahead and get started lying on our backs, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of the feet to touch. Let your knees fall off the edges of your mat. Really focus on gluing the outer blades of the feet together. So as you do that, you might feel your inner thighs relax a little bit more opening in the hips. Hands can come to the inner thighs. That feels pretty nice. Try to walk the shoulder blades down away from the ears and maybe close your eyes. A few breaths here. Tune in with the rhythm of your breath. Feel your belly, your diaphragm, your rib cage rise all the way up as you take a deep, full breath in. And exhale out your mouth. 2 more big belly breaths. Try to puff up your belly like a big balloon. Fill it up all the way. And exhale, sigh. Deepest breath yet. Feel the lower belly almost all the way into the hips expand. Rib cage draws out. And exhale to let that go. Start to draw the knees in towards each other. Use your hands to catch the shins and start to draw some circles away from each other with the knees. So nice little massage in the low back. Try to keep the shoulders on the mat. We'll bring the knees together. Drop the knees to the right. Shift your gaze to the left. Let your left arm fall open. Keep the left shoulder blade down. If you want more of a twist, try to squeeze the inner thighs and the inner blades of the feet towards each other. Bring the knees back through center. Drop them over to the left. Shift your gaze to the right. Left hand top of right thigh. Knees, feet together. Inhales, you imagine lengthening your spine. Exhales, twisting a little bit more. Come back through center. Hug the knees into the chest. We're going to cross the ankles and take one rock all the way up to your seat. So come to a seated position. Root down through your sitting bones. Roll the shoulders back and down your spine. Sweep the arms all the way up overhead. You're going to plant your left fingertips outside of your left hip. Almost imagine you're trying to keep a piece of paper there. Right arm reaches above to grab the ear or the left side of your neck and pull your head over to the right. So you should feel a pretty intense stretch along the left side of the neck, all the way through the left arm. Keep the fingertips on the mat and draw your belly in. Release the right hand, send the right arm all the way up. Walk the left hand out a little bit and take it for a side stretch on the right. Sink the right hip down. Then make a fist with your right hand and start to roll it out for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up overhead. As you exhale, take a twist to the left. So right hands, left knee, left fingertips or palm plant behind you. Now you'll notice your hips want to open up to the left. Think of drawing that left hip crease forward and the right hip crease back. So you're really just twisting through the torso. Imagine wringing out your abdomen. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Now you're going to plant your right fingertips outside of your right hip. Left arm bends to catch the right ear or the right side of the head. It's kind of like you're pulling your head over to the left and then pressing that imaginary piece of paper with the right fingertips away from you. Try to knit the rib cage down, breathe into the right side of the neck. Send the left arm all the way up, walk the right hand out a tad and take it for a side stretch. Keep sinking into the left hip. Let's make a fist with the left hand and roll it out for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand, right knee. Fingertips are palm behind you. Again, drive the right hip forward as you peel the left hip back. You might feel your twist isn't as deep, but it's going to be more torso, less from the hips. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up overhead. And exhale, plant your hands in front of you. You can cross over your ankles or drop the hips to one side. Meet in a tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, tops of the feet down. As always, a few rounds of cat-cow just to warm up the spine. Inhale, drop belly, pull chest forward, gaze up. Exhale, rounding. Squeeze the belly, lengthen your arms. Inhale, belly down, tailbone lift. Exhale, rounding. 2 more like that. Last one. Next, inhale, drop your belly. So one more cow pose. Really bring the chin forward, sternum forward, shoulder blades back. As you exhale, tuck your toes, hover your knees up off the mat. So shins are parallel. Try to flatten your back so the shoulders and the hips are in one line. Gaze down between your thumbs. Squeeze the belly in for 3, 2, 1. Press it back, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up nice and high, maybe walking the feet back just a tad. Firm down the palms. Use the fingertips to kind of grip the mat here. Breathing space into the back side of the body. Drive your lower belly towards your thighs. Slowly start to walk your hands back towards your feet, back of the mat. From here, we're going to inhale, lift up halfway, put a little bend to the knees. Hug the shoulder blades back. And exhale, fold, catch your ankles. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Try to keep your spine flat. Last one, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, rise all the way up, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Press the palms together so you knit your rib cage down towards your hips. As you exhale, you're going to reach your right arm back, your left arm forward. Now just as we did in that seat, your hips want to twist to the right, but see if you can keep your hips square to the front. So you're really just twisting through the torso. Maybe you gaze back towards your right thumb. Imagine the hands being pulled in opposite directions. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Right hand outside right thigh, lean it over to the right. Hips bump over to the left. Even weight in the feet. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. And exhale, the left arm back, the right arm forward. So again, hips want to open to the left, but drive your left hip forward. Chest stays open. Maybe you gaze back to your left thumb. Next, inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Left hand outside left thigh, tip it over to the left. Feel the inner thighs hug back. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold, dive it all the way down. Start to crawl yourself out to a high plank position. So the shoulders over the wrists, heels stacked over the toes. Try to lift the chest up a little bit more. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. As you exhale, option to drop the knees or chaturanga. Inhale, scoop it up for cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale for downward facing dog. Now in all of my previous classes, I kind of walk us through a few rounds of chaturanga or modified chaturanga. So if you need a little extra assistance, feel free to check out one of those. See if you can breathe with some sound here. Contract the back of your throat. Inhales and exhales through your nose. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. As you exhale, crunch knee to nose. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. Try to keep the hips as square as possible. Exhale, crunch to the left elbow. So you're twisting through your torso, really squeezing the lower abdominals. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. As you exhale, you're going to drop the right shin down, almost like you're coming to tabletop. Left leg lift up behind you. Send the right arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, crunch the elbow to the knee, squeeze your abdominals. Inhale, expand. Bend your left knee, reach around and catch your foot from the inside. Kick here. Think of the inner thighs towards each other. Tug the left shoulder back. Release just the left knee to the mat. The right arm reaches all the way up. And then as you exhale, you send it through for thread the needle. Right ear, right shoulder to the mat. Left hand, walk it forward. Bump your hips a little bit to the right. Breathe into the upper back. Start to walk the left hand back by your face. Inhale, send the right arm high. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Tuck your toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the left leg high. Hips stay square, so outer left hip drops. Exhale, squeeze, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg up and back. You're crunching it over to the right elbow, twisting. Shoulders stay square. Inhale, send it up and back. The left shin's going to come to the mat. Keep the right leg long behind you and then lift it up. Stretch your left arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze, elbow to knee, round your back. Inhale, extend, leg back, arm forward, bend your right knee, catch your foot, kick. Draw the low belly in. Release just your right knee to the mat. The left arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, palm face up. Right hand, walk it forward. Now it's easy to lose the engagement in your abdominals here, so bump the hips left and firm down the tops of the feet. Walk your right hand back by your face. Inhale, stretch the left arm high. Exhale, tabletop. Start to tuck your toes, lift it up and back for downward facing dog. Use the inhale, lift your heels up, bend your knees. Look forward. You can step, jump, or float your feet to the top of your mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Use the inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hinge and fold. Squeeze the belly, tip your weight forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, stretch the arms up overhead. We're going to do that twist again. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, stretch both arms up, maybe a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, sweep both arms up, tip it back a little bit more. Bring the weight back to the heels. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step, jump, or float yourself back through a vinyasa. Most important is moving with your breath. One breath, one movement, and we always meet in our down dog, keeping it nice and active by pressing through the palms, lifting the outer hips up. One more round just like that. Inhale, lift the heels, bend your knees, look forward, step, jump, or float, top of your space. Use it, inhale, lift up halfway. In an exhale to hinge and fold, Ukatasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach the arms. Exhale, twist right, keeping those hips square. So you should feel the inner thigh squeeze. Inhale, both arms up, little micro back bend. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, both arms up, lean it back a little bit more, sending the hips slightly forward. And exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, hands, chaturanga. Use your exhale. Inhale, take it for your back bend. And then find downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. We're going to exhale, crunch right knee to the left elbow. So you're twisting, squeezing the torso. Send the right leg out to the left, outer blade of the foot down. Keep both hands on the mat. See if you can slightly drop that outer right hip towards the mat. Now we'll go for fallen triangle. Inner blade of the left foot drop, left arm reach forward. Firm down the outer blade of your left foot for 3, 2, 1. Left hand down. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step up to your right thumb. Drop your left knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale for a twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Hug the inner thighs towards each other. Again, imagine the fingertips being pulled in opposite directions. As you inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up and tuck your left toes. So you can feel a little stretch through that left hip flexor. As you exhale, prayer twist to the right and lift your left knee. So twisted prayer lunge. Strong, straight left leg. Feel the right hip crease tug back as you try to stack the elbows, press the palms together. As you unwind, straighten your right leg. Turn your right toes in, your left toes out. Take a warrior 2 to the back. Warrior 2, face the back of your mat. Inhale, reach the left arm high, reverse. We're going to find a nice easy twist to the back of the mat. So planting your right hand, pivot onto your right toes, left arm, send it high. Left fingertips to the mat, prop it up, standing L. Feel the sternum pull forward. And then we're going to come to stand on the left leg, hug the right knee into the chest. Flex your right foot, toes point forward. Left hand, right knee, sweep your right arm back. So it's like that standing twist we did, we're just adding in a little bit of balance here. Right foot meets the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, find Ukatasana, chair pose. Try to bring the knees and the shins back. Tug the low belly in, scoop your tailbone underneath you. Next, exhale, we're going to lift that left leg back behind us, find a warrior 3. Left foot flex. Imagine your fingertips as an extension of your palm. Bring the fingertips to the mat, standing split. Left leg, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, step your left foot back, plant your hands. You're going to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot without swinging that right leg up too high. Try to flip it over directly into wild thing. So if you usually get in from your downward facing dog, this will be a little bit different. All right, we're gonna release that. Right hand to the mat, right foot to the mat, vinyasa. Coming into your downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale, reach it high. Exhale, crunch to the right elbow. First, you're sending the left leg out to the right like you're going to fall in triangle, but not quite. You're keeping both hands on the mat and trying to sink the outer left hip. So you should really feel a twist in the low belly and also a stretch in the outer left hip. Now fall in triangle. Right heel down, right arm extends, breathing into the right side for 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, inhale, stretch that left leg up and back. Exhale, step up to the left thumb and bring your right knee onto the mat. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale that left arm back, right arm forward. Glue down through the top of the right foot. Feel the collarbone spread apart. As you inhale, stretch the arms up and also tuck your right toes under. This is to prepare. Exhale, twisted prayer lunge to the left. As you hook your right elbow on your left knee, lift the right knee off the mat. Hug the outer hips towards each other. Inhale, unwind, straighten your legs, turn your left toes in, your right toes out, find warrior 2 to the top of your mat. Adjusting the feet and the hips if needed. Inhale, reverse your warrior, stretch the right arm up. Exhale, left hand to the mat. You're pivoting onto the left toes. Firmly planting down through that left palm, gaze up. Right fingertips to the mat. Inhale, left leg lift, standing L. Come to stand on the right leg. Sweep the arms up as you hug the left knee in. Trying to keep the knee in line with the hip. Toes point forward. Right hand, left thigh or knee, left arm reach back. Drop your outer left hip just a little bit. Squeeze the belly in. 3, 2, 1. Unwind, feet together, stretch your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. You can almost feel the inner thighs spiral down, the outer thighs lift up. Exhale, sweep the arms back as you lift your right leg, warrior 3. Fingertips to the mat, forehead towards your left shin. Take a big step back with that right foot. Hands to the mat, and then without swinging that left leg up too high, just try to flip it right over behind you, land softly for Wild Thing. Straight right leg, 3, 2, 1. Bring your left hand down, left foot to the mat, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your right leg up and back. As you exhale, step up to your right thumb. Inhale, find high lunge, crescent A. Bring the palms together and take a prayer twist to the right. Now we've been here before. Stay here, or if you'd like a little bit more, we've got a few options. 1, open the arms. Trying to plant the left fingertips, palm on the mat or to a block. For even more, the right hand can wrap towards the left hip crease. Left hand reach under the right leg and create a bind. If you've got your bind, try to keep the spine nice and long. Squeeze the belly in. Release the bind if you've got it. Left fingertips in front of the mat. Left leg lift up. Find a revolved half moon. Right arm send it high. Stay here or bend your left knee. Catch inside the foot with your right hand and kick. Revolve full moon. All right, from there, we're gonna come all the way up to a revolved dancer. So you're gonna float onto the left fingertips until they lift up off the mat. Kick into your right hand. Hug the lower abdominals in for 3. Tip your weight forward, 2. 1. Feet together, stretch the arms up, take it for a little back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant your hands, step, jump, or float yourself back, vinyasa. All right, and doing that on the other side. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, step up to your left thumb. Crescent A, breath in, strong right leg. Palms together, prayer twist left. Now try to even out whatever you did or attempted on side 1. So maybe you stay here. Maybe you open your arms to a block or the mat. And maybe you go for that half wrap, full bind, catching the hands if it's available. If you've got the bind, try not to just rest on the left thigh. Think of still lifting the torso and lengthening. Release the grip if you've got it. Right fingertips in front of the mat. Lift your right leg up behind you. Revolve half moon, left arm stretch up. Now it's easy to kind of dump here and let the right hip fall. Try to keep the hips square. You can help that by bringing the left hand to the low back. Bend your right knee, reach around, catch your foot. Now if you attempted Revolved Dancer on the other side, let's start to grow light in the right fingertips. I like to put a little bend in the left knee to start. Helps to gain some stability. Right arm reach forward, sternum pulls forward for 3. Kicking, 2. And 1. Release feet together, stretch the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant your hands, step, jump, float yourself back, vinyasa. Drive your belly towards your thighs. Find your breath, reconnect. Use an inhale, stretch your right leg up. As you exhale, crunch to your left elbow. Squeeze, hold. Last little bit of work here. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. And then you're going to bring your right knee to your right elbow. Hold. Then go ahead, bring the right knee down to the mat behind the right wrist. Work your right ankle up towards the left wrist and find Pigeon Pose. Left leg wiggle walks back behind you, top of the foot down. If you'd like, you can come down to the forearms, block, bolster, or stay upright for a bit more of an active stretch. Maybe even reaching those arms back to bring all the weight into the hips. Still keeping the breath as even as possible. All right, come back up onto the hands if you've lowered down. We're gonna roll it all the way open to the wide edge of your mat. Stretch both arms out, both legs out nice and wide. Toes stay pointing up. Use the inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. You're gonna reach your right hand towards your right foot as the left arm stretches up and over. Now, depending on your flexibility, you might be able to come down all the way. You might be stuck here, that's totally fine. If you are super flexible, I like to bring the right hand in front over to the left hip crease to kind of keep it down. And then the left hand reaches up and over to the right foot. Let's inhale, come back through center. Same thing, left hand towards the left foot, right arm stretch up and over. Stay here, or I like to bring that left hand in front, over to the hip crease as the right arm reaches to the left foot. Try to keep your feet flexed. We're going to inhale, come back up through center. You're kind of going to manipulate your way almost into like a pigeon pose to the back of your mat, but we still have to do those crunches. So plant both hands at the back of your mat, tuck your right toes, send the left leg up and back. So you're in a three-legged dog facing the back of your mat, and then crunch your left knee to your right elbow. Tap, hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, left leg up and back. Left knee to the left elbow, holding for 3, 2, bring that knee down behind the wrist, left ankle behind your right wrist, and then you can wiggle walk that right leg back. So same options here, maybe coming down to the forearms. Maybe you stay upright. Try to even out whatever you did on side 1. Welcoming the sensations, whether same or different, that you feel on this side. Slowly releasing whatever you've got, rolling onto the outer left hip. And then we're just going to swing that left leg all the way to meet the right top of the mat. So legs are together, feet together, wiggle into your sitting bones. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead, lift from the sides. Exhale for a forward fold. Try to press the inner blades of the feet forward as you peel the outer blades back. It's going to provide more of a rooting sensation through the inside of your legs. You should definitely feel it along the calves and the hamstrings. Slowly walk yourself all the way out here. We're going to bend the right knee, take Machiasana A to start, and then we're going to go for a twist. So right toes point forward. You got about one fist in between your right foot and your left thigh. Inhale, stretch your arms up, keep the left toes pointed up. Exhale, option 1, reaching for your left foot, hugging the right knee in towards the shoulder. Option 2, right arm reach back, left arm reach back, make your bind. If you've got that, try to square the shoulders and think of the sternum and the chin pulling forward. Keep hugging the right knee in towards the armpit and the left foot flexed up. Start to lift your torso up. We're going to use the left hand to catch the outside of the right foot. Now, extend the right leg. So the right leg's at about a 45 degrees here. You'll notice the right leg wants to come across the body. Try to keep the legs on their opposite train tracks, and then reach your right arm back. Should be pretty easy to balance here with the weight of the leg, kind of holding on to that. And release, unwind. You can bend the right leg and then go ahead and extend it out. We'll switch. Left knee bend about one fist distance in between your foot and your right thigh. Inhale the arms up, right toes flex. Exhale, hinge, fold. Option 1, the foot. Option 2, the bind. Sternum pulling forward, keep the right foot flexed. Squeeze the lower abdominals. Releasing that. Right hand outside left foot, stretch the left leg forward. Now again, feet on opposite train tracks, left arm stretch back. So your torso leans back a little bit, twist into the low belly, gaze back for 3, 2, 1. Unwind, bend into the left knee, and then straighten it out. Come all the way onto your back. Bring your feet in close to hips distance, or feet in close towards your seat, hips distance. Arms by your side. We've got one round of a back bend today, so you choose bridge or upward facing bow. I'll walk you through bridge. Inhale, hips up. Maybe the hands walk together, shoulder blades walk together. If you've got a bind, great. Press down through the back of your skull. And release that. Hips down, walk the hands apart. Shoulder blades sprawl apart, and send the legs forward. Use an inhale, stretch the arms up all the way overhead. Hug your right knee into your chest, squeeze. Now we're going to take a hip opener of your choice. Option 1 is to just bring the right knee out to the right. Option 2 is a half happy baby. You're catching the right foot and driving the right knee down towards the armpit. Whatever you're doing with the right leg, the left leg is still staying the same. Foot flex, drive the heel down. Now we're going to go for a twist. Right leg across the body to the left, right arm reach to the right. Try to keep the shoulder blade as flat as possible. Let's slowly unwind. Extend that right leg all the way out to meet the left. Inhale, stretch the arms. Exhale, left knee into the chest. Now, same options, bringing the left leg out to the left or for your half happy baby. Right leg stays flexed. So this does act as a hip opener on the left side. So make sure you're feeling that wherever you are, whatever variation you chose. Now for our final twist, guiding the left leg across the body, left arm reach. Feel some expansion along your chest. Slowly start to unwind through center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Maybe even the forehead lifts to meet the knees. Go ahead and extend your legs out. Palms face up by your side. If you'd like to come full circle here, you can bring the bottoms of the feet to touch. Finding Supta Baddha Konasana. Otherwise, corpse pose, Shavasana. Let your muscles become more relaxed, sinking a little bit deeper with each round of breath. Allow your body to feel a little bit heavier, almost like you're sinking down into your mat. Use the last 35, 40 minutes, kind of rid or detox anything from our system, physically, emotionally, mentally, that we don't need to carry on to the rest of our day. Taking the last few breaths to shed anything else, leave anything else on your mat that's no longer serving you. I definitely encourage you to stay in Shavasana for a little bit longer if you have the time, or if you have things you've got to do or are just ready to come out now. Go ahead and start to give a wiggle to the fingers and the toes. Maybe a little rock of the head back and forth, pointing and flexing the feet. And then using your next inhale to send the arms overhead, point the toes, full body stretch. Hug the knees into your chest, and then roll off to your preferred side, left or right. Finding fetal pose as a means to make your way up to seated. Notice if your body, physical body, emotional body, feels a little different, hopefully a little bit lighter. Bring your hands to heart center, take a full breath in. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Bringing your thumbs up to your third eye center. When you're ready, bowing to honor yourself, your practice, your breath. Namaste. Opening your eyes as you're ready. Have a beautiful rest of your morning, your evening, whatever it is for you. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, of course, if you would like more flows such as this. And if you haven't already, make sure to give Lisbon, Portugal a visit.